Hi, I went to Sandown Park yesterday and this is a video of what I shot. So yeah, now I'm full of a cold. My nose is just constantly running, but they had quite a bit of Star Wars, a lot of modern stuff, you know, at fairly good prices. They had the Power of the Force, these Italian cards there, European, Episode 1, Revenge of the Sith. So, you know, lots of different types of action figures. I met Stu from Universal Toy Collector. I met the Vintage Toy Rush, and it was great to talk to those guys and go around with them and look at all this different stuff. I didn't have much money to spend because I obviously had bought that vintage Star Wars figure. And I mean, what was interesting was when we got there, there was a guy selling vintage Star Wars, and he told us that he just sold a tri-logo Boba Fett, and that there was a bidding war between three collectors. And
Maybe next time you have another one.
according to the seller, it was pristine. It was a mint on card, and you know how much a tri-logo Boba Fett would go for. You know, is quite astounding, really. And yeah, so Vectis was there. They had not much vintage Star Wars. They had a couple of what do you call them? $6 Million Men, or Bionic Woman as well. You'll see that later. So there's lots of stuff to look at. Here's the Vectis tri-logo yak face. That's always nice to see. Yeah, that's a really nice item. The Han Solo small head 12 back. That's something to be treasured. I'm sure these will be up for auction next month, or maybe a bit earlier, maybe within the next 2 weeks. The 47 back Black Bespin Guard. I've actually got that one. It's quite nice. 12 back Sand Person. Yep, that's a good one to acquire if you're into vintage Star Wars. Here's the $6 Million Man. This is Dennis Fisher box, so that's the British distributor instead of the Kenner. It's exactly the same as the Kenner box. It's just got Dennis Fisher instead of Kenner. I had that as a child, and my sister had the 6 million, the Bionic Woman, which they also had in a much more faded box. They also had some box sets as well. There's the Bionic Woman. So I remember this from childhood, playing with this as well. It was my sister's though. But yeah, nice to see that. Brings back all the memories. Those vivid pink of the boxes is just so striking. And this is what Kenner had success with. Here's the Hoth Power of the Force tri-logo type Hoth Rescue set. You've got the Bespin Cloud Card, Droids, ATL, the Troop Transporter, and the Endor Chase play pack. You've got these die-cast cars are Vectis as well. They're up for auction. And I mean, if you're into collecting these die-cast cars, there's a lot of die-cast car sellers at Sandown Park. So, you know, there's a lot to choose from. There's railway stuff, trains and bits and bobs. There's action figures. There's, you know, a lot of die-cast though. These Super Kings from the 1970s. Pretty cool. All Vectis this. So yeah, I don't know much about die-cast. Nice to see them anyhow. 70s style or early 80s style. It's almost like Hill Street Blues, that. Then you've got this crane die-cast. Two Earth Vectis as well. And the bus. Tractor. More of the same vintage Star Wars carded. Obviously this is what would you say, meat and potatoes of what I collect. Very nice. Good old yak face there. Looks like it's got some bubble issues as well, the yak face. And then the play packs, Twin Pod Cloud Car, Hoth Rescue play pack. These were only sold in Europe, hence they're highly prized by collectors, and this one, the Endo Chase. Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters, early Playmobil, some trains. So you've got model kits as well. You've got whatever you collect, teddy bears. These are obviously very old teddy bears that go for a lot of money. Here's the model kits, Airfix mainly. So yeah, I've got a really runny nose. There's the Messerschmitt BF109F. More Messerschmitts. Tank, Churchill tank. It's nice seeing the little kits. Here's a Galoob. Wolf, sorry, not Roof. Wolf from The Next Generation, about 1988. I bought that pack of Star Wars trading cards. This guy I know, this seller, good friend on Instagram. So I'm filming his stall. They had games as well, so if you're into games, you can buy games. Zelda, Wind Waker. Zelda, Ocarina of Time, reaction figures, all very interesting, I guess. There's the alien. There's a Dennis Fisher, Luke Farmboy 12-inch figure. This was distributed by Palatoy as well in the UK, and there's a teddy bear. Time to say cheers, goodbye.